Okay, so hello everyone. Let me know if I'm audible. Okay, great. So we will wait for 2 to 3 minutes. Let others join, and then we will start. So our today's topic will be a database. So we are using the Firebase for it. So yeah, after 2 to 5 minutes, we will start. I'm not sharing yet, so it is not visible. We will wait for 2 minutes and then we will start. Uh, no issues for your name. So I think on your certificate, your registration name will be there. So if your name is this is the registration name, then we can check with the team. Let me know. This is for name for the teams, or it is also registered with the help of the link. Yes, Pratik, I am not sharing the screen yet, so it is not visible. I know. Yep. Good evening. Will there be a project for us to make in order to get a certificate? Okay, there is no such a condition. If you join the webinar, you will be getting certificates. I will be showing you one of project in last day, that is tomorrow. So yesterday's lecture code. I already shared the GitHub link. So if you don't get, I will share it again. Let me share it. Just a minute. Mm, this is the link. You can just click on the link, then go to app, source, main. Inside resource file, you will get the layout that we created. And if you go to app source main and then the java/com dot project tt, so then there will you get like Java file. So that is main activity.java. So in that way, you can get the code of last lecture. Yep. We will start at 7:15. Uh, Let others join. Okay, so is there screen share? Not yet. I am sharing now. The task submission. I think there will be no task for you. Just listen to the sessions and perform the activities or perform the different things with me so that you get better understanding how are we implementing this. Okay, so now I will share my screen and let me know it is visible or not. It is visible. Okay, great. So yeah, let me open my Android Studio. Okay, so this is the basic code we tried in the last session. So do you have any issue or error if you tried? So yeah, and someone asked me about the simple way to implement the password hiding, like the eye icon for password hide, and like depending on the user choice, password hiding and password display, right? So we will do that in just few minutes, and then we will proceed with our today's session. Okay, so just let me. Hmm. Okay, so what we will do, so rather than using edit text, so you can see the edit text basically look like this. Okay, so it is a simple input box, you know. So how it looks as you can see in our test version. It looks something like this. No, so now suppose you want to add a design and add different functionalities easily. So there is a thing called, like we on the component lecture we saw input text layout, sorry, text input layout. Okay, so what we will do this like here, and we will go to our split. So basically rather than typing just a minute. Okay, so we will remove this password field. Okay, and we will make the new field to be password. So basically, as you can see, rather than writing this whole code, I just simply drag and drop the code inside my layout, and now I'm going to change different things. Okay, so height will be wrap content. Then we should set the, as always, margin to 10 dp. Okay, then what we can say, we will set the hint for it, that is password. Then we will set hint text color to be yellow, and also we can set password toggle enabled true. So this will work for your icon, or you can say your, like when you click on this icon the password will be shown, and when you click again it will be hide. Okay, so basically it does this kind of work. Okay, also we can set the box uh, stroke color. So box stroke, you can see the different properties available. So we are designing a particular box, right? So this part is for the outline part, and this part is our actual edit text. As you can see here, name, text input, edit text, and this part is for its layout. Like we are using linear layout, and then we are using different components. So in that way there is also text input layout, and then text input edit text to specifically design a specific edit text or input field to get from a user. So I will set box stroke color to be yellow. I think it is visible or not. It's quite bit. Mm, okay, never mind. We will try it after running. Okay. Then what we can set? We will remove this hint from here. We will set input type. So basically, we will determine its input type to be text password. Okay. So in that way, our so now currently, as you can see, if you look carefully, the background is gray colored box. Okay, but we don't want that, so we will have to add one style. So there is a parameter called, sorry, style, and we can simply add the different style available. So basically we will look for material view or material component text input layout. We can just type material text input edit text, like, so there are different outline the box. For outline the box, this is the thing. Or so as you can see, why it is not changing? Because we will just change it to widget. Widget. What is the name? Will be widget dot material components dot text input layout, then outline the box. So basically we will remove this thing, or text input layout, sorry, not edit text. Okay, layout, outline the box. So as you can see, the what you can say, the color is, or the background color is changed. So we can also set the box stroke width to be 2 dp. Actually, what am I going to do? Let's give it, rather than the yellow color, we will set the red color, so it will display, because yellow is not that displaying. Let's check. Wrong field. Okay, so basically we just forgot to give the id. So like, this is the simple way while learning the Android. So basically, if you have any type of error, then you can just simply check the error. So here what it says, pass dot find view by id r dot id dot password. Here is variable password that is missing. Okay, so here you can see error, cannot find symbol. So basically the name password is not present in the directory id because it is not created. Yeah, so basically that's the meaning of this error. So let's try it again, and it should work. Sorry, let's minimize. As you can see, the box appears here. So now, as you can see, the stroke is going to be red, the color to be red. And if we just type the password, now it disabled. So now if we want the password to be shown, we can click on it. As you can see, the password is visible now. Okay, so this is the simple thing. So one property will help you to make this change, right? So basically, where we change the thing. So here, this is the main property, password toggle enabled. So now let's check it works on our edit text or not. I think it's supposed to be work. Okay, this field is not available for simple edit text, as you can see. So basically, for this kind of stuff, you need to implement the text input layout with the help of text edit text. Sorry, text input edit. So this is the new code for you. So with the help of this, we can create a new designs, right? So we can also pass what we can say, text color to be red, and also we can set the different parameters of edit text. So simply it is the same, but rather than using just edit text, we are also using the text input layout to particularly design such a kind of thing. So for password it is gray, and when we click on, sorry, when we click on password, it will display the box and with the stroke color we give. So basically we gave the red, so that's why it's showing the red. And as you can see, the hint appears over here, like this is the normal edit text. So what it does, when we type something, sorry, when we type something, it does not show what is this field for. So you need to maintain another text to represent what is this field for, right? So rather than this, what this field do, it will show us the hint before, like this way, and when you type, it will tell the input field is regarding what. So it is password, right? So basically we are using, in today's session we are using this kind of layout to design our application. So this is the functionality for password hide and password display, depending on user. So I think hope your query gets solved. Okay. So if anyone have any issue with the code, like this code, this is the new thing, or any type of property you are not getting, you can just ask. How many days bootcamp working? I think today is tomorrow is the last day. Today is the fourth day, and tomorrow is the last day. Internship certificate or bootcamp certificate? Bootcamp certificate, or you can say a webinar certificate. So let me know. Do you have any query regarding this? If no, just let me know. Then we will proceed with our Firebase. No issue. No. Great. Thank you for responding, guys. Yeah. Okay, so basically, what we will do, we will create one login page, one register page, and one home page to display the different user available on our application with the help of Firebase. So basically, why we are going to use Firebase? Firebase is open source database which can be used everywhere. So basically, there are different databases available. Also, SQLite is present, but SQLite stores the data within the particular user device. Okay, so if I created the database with the help of SQLite, so it will store my data inside this my phone, this my virtual device or emulator. Okay, so if you created, it stores the data in your phone. But now I want the application to be centralized. So now, like Facebook, Instagram, so they have a central database. If your friend posts something, then you will get notified, right? Or you can see their images on their profile. So in that way we are going to need a central storage. So there is a best and easiest database available, that is Firebase. It is provided by Google. It is totally free until some amount of or some of its limitation. So if you have a bigger project, you can also go with Firebase. You can also use the paid version. It is that simple. Okay, so what we will do, we will first create the database inside our Firebase, how we can go, and then we will check how we can set up this in our Android Studio. Okay, so firstly, go on to your Google and type Firebase. Okay, that is firebase.google.com. This site should open. Okay, something like this should open. Then just simply click go to console. By default your Gmail account is there. So these are some of my old projects and currently and these are some of them I'm currently working. Okay, so these are like my learning projects, you can say, on my primary or old Gmail. This is my, so here you can see the list of projects you created. This is the list of projects you previously created. Okay, so we will create a new project and name it as add project. Okay, Let's start with a name. So what should we name our project? Like we will name it as Android Bootcamp. Okay, then we will click on continue. Then here is a step for Google Analytics. So in the like now suppose you want to monitor your all things like how is data handling with your application, how it is managing the user, how it is perfectly testing, or when it is crashing. So these kind of things are managed by Google Analytics. So currently we don't need that. So initially for your test purpose, and if you are doing a project, you can also disable this to avoid the unnecessary things. Okay, so then we will create project. So it will take a few time. So basically, inside Firebase, there are different solution provided for each and every requirement. Okay, for data storing, there is another concept. For image storing or file storing, there is another concept. For email authentication and all this stuff, there is another. For like messaging service or like what you can say notification service, there are another things also. There is new things added to the Firebase. You can also add the different ML models to your particular project with the help of the TensorFlow Lite and different libraries, etc. Okay, so our project is ready. We will click on continue. It will automatically redirect to this page. Okay, so basically we have created our database successfully, that is naming as Android Bootcamp. Okay, so then we have to make sure we should firstly link our application to this particular database. So as you can see here, it says add an app to get started. So the things needed to be considered are showing to you directly. Okay, so if you are developing iOS app, go with iOS. If you are developing Android, so currently we are going with Android. If you are using Unity or web, then this is for web, this is for Unity, and this is for Flutter. Okay, so initially for Android, or so sorry, for Flutter, we just simply go with both of these. But nowadays the Flutter option is added. So with the help of this, directly you can use Firebase database inside Flutter. So currently we are going with Android, so we will click on Android. Then here is our package name. So from where we will get package name? So go to your Android Studio, go to Gradle scripts, then go to project.gradle. So here you will get the package name. Just simply copy this thing. So where you will get, you just go to Gradle zip, then build.gradle module. Then under application ID, you will see your package name. Okay, so we will just paste the package name. So make sure this package name is correct, because if the package name is wrong, the database is not going to work. Okay, so this is the thing. Then we will say register app. Okay, now it says download and add configure file. Okay, so just we will download this file, and what it says, switch to the project to see your root directory, move Google services file to your app level root directory. Okay, so we will have to make sure that we will place our this file Google services JSON file to the particular location. So go to your Android Studio again. Just on the Android, just click on project. Okay, so here is the project directory basically. So what it told us to add, move your downloaded file into module app level directory. So basically build like lips source build.gradle, we have to add our this file. Okay, so there is app build. Okay, so we have to add inside this app directory. So just we will do one thing, just drag and drop this file inside app. So look here, I just drag it and drop it on the application, and I'm changing the name because it requires to be Google services. Okay, so basically like I already previously downloaded some of these file Google services for my another project, so it's showing the third. So if you are creating the creating for first time, it will show some name like this, Google dash services.json. Okay, so this is the file. So just click on OK. Okay, so why it is showing me that add dialog? Because I already connected this code to GitHub, so it will ask me to add this file to GitHub also. Okay, so that's why it is going to display the, like, what you can say, the add dialog. Okay, so here is the information of our database, as you can see. Okay, so our app project ID is Android Bootcamp. So these kind of details are stored in the JSON file. So with the help of JSON file, we will continue with our project. Okay, so just close this file, close this also, and let's go to our Android directory again. Okay, and we will check what is the next step. Okay, so click on next. Then what it says, uh, okay, then it says go to project build.gradle and add this class path. So just copy this class path, go to project level. Okay, so currently here is the build.gradle for the project is upgraded. So that's why we will just don't do this thing here. We will just go to bottom and we will check what we have to add again. So here it says com.android application and then com.google dash services. So where we have to add project app module build.gradle. So basically module app or build.gradle. So on this file, I just, okay. So here we have to add what? So already the com.android.application is present. Yes. So what we have to add? com.google.gms Google services. Just enter, press, and then what we have to add? Dependencies BOM. Okay. So inside our this file, like dependencies, we will add this, and after doing this, what we have to do? We have to click on sync now. Okay, what it says, line number 3 was not found in the following source. Okay, exception. So basically what we have to do, we have to also put the class path. So dependencies class path. We will check where is the this thing in the new update itself. Okay, so inside build script repository, after repository, we have to dependency. We will check if it works or not, or else we will try again. Okay, there is a error, could not find method. Okay, so for that, mm, okay, so what if we add this inside our what you can say, this file? So rather than class path, I will assign it as ID. I will assign the version, and then we will try. Okay, it is not showing line 5 project E. Invalid plugin ID. Okay, so after doing all our things, if we don't find solution, just make it as it is. So here we just added the ID. Let's check the ID is added properly or not. Yeah, it is proper. Okay, so what we can do, we will just copy this section and paste it over here. So what we can get, okay, we will check. As I told you in the first session, Stack Overflow will help you within all your development, right? Okay, so what it says, mm, okay, setting up, I replace this because it's set mode. In your project setting.gradle, add the repositories you want to. Okay, but inside our what says setting.gradle, here repositories center. mm, okay, what is the another solution? Let's check. Okay, so if I added these dependencies, it's showing the error, right? As you can see, this is the error. Apply plugin. At the bottom of your app.gradle file, just add, should actually be, okay, let's add this inside our where is it? It is showing error. Oh, okay, so we will try this way. mm, uh, we will remove this. We will go to project, then settings. So here prefer settings, and then again inside our build script repositories, but why it is showing the error? What if I just simply pass the dependency itself? Okay, so we will just remove this first. What is the issue? Was not found. We will try this again. Invalid plugin ID contains character. Okay, so this is not, there is a dot. Now We will copy this again. So basically, it is a process like trial and error. Sometimes you get this error, sometimes you did not get this kind of error. Okay, so we have to check it. Please use version 4.3.8. Like where? But uh, hmm, okay, class path. So the issue is that the new files are changed. That's why it is not gonna work with our versions and all. So basically, what we will do, uh, when it told 4.3.8, 4.3.8. Now something is happening at least. Okay, great. We have successfully solved our one error. Let's check another. Okay, so we will remove this. We will go with this, and we added the dependency, right? Okay, great. So yeah, it's successfully added. So basically, it's like process to check with different things and different parameters. It happens sometimes. You can solve this by using simply Stack Overflow. Okay, there are pre-built solution available. Okay, so after that we will click on next and go to or continue to console. So basically now our database it attached to our project. So now what is the next step? Next step is to set up our authentication for our login page and for database itself. Okay, so just click on build. Then here is the authentication part, or here you can say authentication. Just click on it. Okay, so just click on get started. Then sign in method will be our, you can choose anyone, but for different sign in methods there are different code, but now for our easiness we will choose email and password. Okay, so enable this and save. Okay, so we enabled our uh, email slash password login. Then what we will do, we will go to user and okay, here we will add one user. So basically it will be abc@gmail.com and password will be 123456. Add user. Okay, so we will check this user will be accepted with our database or not. Okay, so now we enabled the authentication inside our console, but how we can enable it inside our Android Studio? Okay, so there is a simple way. You can just add the dependency over here. Like this is for Firebase overall structure, but for authentication there is a different dependency, and for database there will be different dependencies. Okay, so rather than manually adding, what you can do, we will just click on this. We will type Firebase. We will click on enter. The Firebase assistant will open. So you can see there are different parameters of Firebase are displaying over here. Okay, so we will click on authentication. Then we will click on authentication. Okay, Google, Facebook login. We will just click on it. Okay, I think we already connected. This is the way to check whether we are connected to our database or not. So it says connected. So there is another point, add authentication SDK to your app. Just click on it. So here you can see this is the dependencies will be automatically added to our project. Okay, so it will take a few minutes, and if it's done, it will show the tick mark. Okay, as you can see, the dependency is set up correctly. So we will minimize this tab. We don't need it. So as you can see, this dependency is added now. Firebase auth. Okay. So you can just add it manually with the help of this name, because this name does not change, but the version changes depending on the time. Okay, so for to get the latest version, you can use this like what you can say assistant. So it will directly get the newest version. Okay, so we will close this file again. What we gonna do? We gonna do an email password fill. Okay, so we will remove the extra things. uh, I want a button. Yes, we want a button. Then we will remove our text view. So yeah, we will copy this and we will do it as email. Email. We will remove the password toggle. Then what we can say, text, and we can. Okay, so here you can see the box background color. Okay, let's check. Okay, so this is not okay, consider this is our basic UI for now. Okay, so we'll change display data to login. The ID should be changed also login. So we will also create one text view to let the user know this is our login page. Okay, width will be match parent, height will be wrap content. So here we can see like text login. Text size will be 25, let's suppose. Text style will be bold. Text color would be red. Text alignment is center. And yeah, I think that's enough. So basically, this is kind of basic thing. Okay, then what we are going to do, we have to change these different things. We will name the different variable. We will remove this. We will remove this. We will remove this. All the extra part. Okay. So for login equals to view by id r dot id dot, sorry. Then there is a field for password r dot id dot. Okay, we will also remove the code for button. Okay, what we did the different parameters. Okay, so email, password, login. So now what we are going to do, when we click on login dot set on click listener, new view dot on click listener. So basically this is the code. When the user clicks on the button, what should we do? Okay, here I will type login button CLIC click. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna check first, that is the fields are empty or not. If the fields are empty, so we will show one message that please fill or please enter all the input. Okay, so for that, what we did in last lecture, text utils dot is empty, email dot get text, and or textutil dot is empty, pass dot text. Okay, so if it empty, we will display a toast message. Please enter all fields. Okay, and for else, what we're gonna do? So now we are going to check whether we are able to log in or not. Okay. So how we can use this? So for that we need to create one variable also. So what is the variable name? So Firebase authentication, or okay, you can name it anything you want. So, okay, so this variable is created, but how it is identified? So with the help of the command or the method provided, that Firebase authentication dot get instance. Okay, so it will retrieve us the instance of that particular authentication process. So here our authentication process is email and password. So it will return the database functionality as email and password. Okay, so this will uh, get these details on variable, and with the help of this variable we will access the different methods provided by Firebase. Okay, so then there is a method. So with the help of simple auth, there is a method called sign in with email and password. Okay, so we are using email and password. That's why we are going to use sign in with email and password. Okay, so if you are signing in with credentials, then there is this field. Sign out, there is another, and all the field. Okay, so currently we are going to pass sign in with email and password. Okay, so let's check what are the two parameters. It says what it says. The first parameter is a email and second is a string. So basically both are strings. So first will be our email dot get text dot to string. The second one will be password dot get text dot to string. Okay, so basically this is done. But what a screen is sharing, right? Okay. Support IDCom.dl services version 4.3.15. Okay, great. We can use this also. So if some of you having this kind of error, you can try my version or this version also. Thank you, Reha, for replying. So basically, like you are doing, so you have idea, or you are getting idea how these things are done, right? Okay. So we will move to our code. So basically, it will help us to sign in with email and password, but how we can check whether it is happened or not? Okay, so for that there is a listener called add-on complete listener. So basically it will help to notify that the task is completed or not. So basically there is also new on complete listener. This I'm simply typing enter and it will auto generate code itself. So basically just after the sign in with email and password, just with the help of dot, we are going to attach it the add-on complete listener, and after add-on complete listener, just add new and then on. So it will display you hint on complete listener. Just press enter. It will automatically display the or automatically create this code. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna do on the complete if the login is successful. Okay, so we will check if the login is successful or not with the help of this variable. So this will return our result that the login is successful or not. So for that variable name dot, there is a method called is successful. Okay, so if login is successful, we will display a message to user, that is login success. Okay, and then we will do if it is not login failed. Okay, this is the one way to show login is successful or not, and if login is failed or not. Okay, so we will run our application and just give it a try that it will work or not. It will take some time because we added new files into our project, like Google services and all the stuff. Okay, so it will take few minutes. So terminate. As you can see, the login page is appearing over here. So let's check our each and every condition first. So when we click on login, it says please enter all field. Okay, we will try with just email. So this is why it is red, because we set the our text input color to be red. So that's why we will. Okay, no worries. It's just kind of okay. So again, it says please enter all field. Okay, so now if we type 1 2 3 4 5 6, that is our password we stored in our database, or we when we created this user. Okay, we said 1 2 3 4 5 6. When we click on login, it says login success. But now, what if I change the email? Okay, so it definitely says login failed because abc1 at the gmail user is not present. Okay, but rather than displaying login failed, what we can do, I have this kind of trick. Okay, so I will remove this part, and after completion of on complete listener. Okay, so where here I we complete the mm, okay, this is for main on click, this is for this on complete. Okay, so sorry. Okay, so as you can see, after completion of this complete listener, we can add also failure listener to notify user what is the actual issue. Okay, so then here we can say add on failure listener. So we can just simply type new on failure listener. As just I simply type the O and I am pressing enter because it's showing the suggestion. So it will automatically generate code for me, and here is the enter. So basically, the like for successful listener, there is a parameter called task, and here is the exception. Exception is nothing but the condition or failure occurred. So with the help of this thing, we will able to check what is the actual issue. Okay, so here what we will do, we will display a toast, and we will display some error colon plus. With the help of plus, we can attach the variable. Okay, so e dot get message. So if we directly return the e, that is exception, it will show something like number parameter and all the stuff. But if we just simply set the get message, so it will help that to represent what is the actual issue. So we will test it. Minute. We will check abc1 @gmail.com 1 2 3 4 5 6, anything whatever. Look, the user is not recorded corresponding identifier. We will add length long. To better see what is the actual issue, right? So rather than ABC, I will type PQR. Now suppose I don't have this user present in my system. So how it should log in, right? So but user does not know why it is login failed. So basically there is need to display the error. As you can see, the user may not been deleted. So corresponding to the identifier. So basically what it says, the user is not present in the system. We will check it. No user record. So what does it mean? It means that the user is not present. So in that way, user will get idea. Okay, I have to, what we can say, register first and then we will try. Okay. So this is the simple part for login. So now there is a question in your mind. So I have created this user with the help of directly the console, right? So you each and every time you don't need to come to the console and create user. Okay, so how we can achieve this thing? Okay, so for that we have to create a new page, that is registration page. So with the help of registration page we can also store the data of particular user, right? So basically we will create another page for registering our user. So for the login page or this structure, let me know, do you have any issue or query, or any part do you want to me repeat? We will go with that and we will check again. Okay, so if this authentication will work only on the users added in Firebase, then how users using the app can add them Firebase? I mean, like download. Okay, that's why we need our own registration format, right? So for that, what we're gonna do, we're gonna create a new page and we will just register our users to our application. So just simply when they like, what you can say, when they install our application, they have to first register and then they can log in. Okay, so I think that might help you. So we will do it. So for the login page basic structure, anyone have in any query, let me know, or if no, just reply with no issue, we will continue. I think there is no issue maybe. Sir, is there a way to access the saved passwords? Like on the console? No, on the console it is hidden because it shows, like, what you can say, it encrypts the password and stores it in own database. So for forgot password, you can use the, I think, yeah, password reset is the another thing. So user will get the email when they click on the reset password button and all the stuff. Okay, I think that's it. We will just go for creating the user itself, right? So now this is the one screen, but we want another screen, that is user, or we can say user or register screen. Okay, so how we can create the screen, or how we can create the activity? So just simply click anywhere. So currently I am clicking on the com.project.id because I want my activity inside that. Or you can just simply drag and create new, then click on activity and then click on empty activity. Okay, so it will ask you the name of activity. So name of activity will be register. So I will say finish. It says where we want to add, it will add our files. Okay, now we can see the another file, that is to be register, and also layout file, that is activity underscore register is created. So in that way you can create a new file. So what I did, click on anywhere, new activity and empty activities. So these are the different activities we saw in the previous sessions, that is while creating our project, right? So we are just using empty activity for our reference. So basically it does this kind of thing. So as you can see here, the only constraint layout is displayed, right? So we will change it as uh, linear layout, and then we'll make the orientation to be vertical, right? And I will simply copy the same code because the structure is same. I just want to add few fields, right? So I just simply added the code. You can see over here. Okay, I will name it as register. Then email and password will be same. Then button name will be register. Okay, so this is nothing but simple. So what we're gonna do, we have to add the all different component in our Java file. So email, comma, pass, and button is register. And what we will do, email equals to value id r dot id dot, and then okay, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna do the same thing, like set on click listener, new view dot unclick listener. Okay, so firstly we will check whether the fields are empty or not. I will just simply copy the code again because it is same, right? So rather than main activity, I will type it as register activity. So the error is gone. Then in the else part, what we are going to do, we will just sign up with our email and password. Okay, so for our sign up, there is a method named as sign in with email and password. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna use another method, that is create user. Okay, so for that we need to initialize our Firebase authentication object. Okay, so then auth equal to Firebase auth dot get instance, and then here auth dot create user with email and password. You can see the method is already present. So same parameters, email dot get text, comma, pass dot get text. We will add to string for them because it is a string parameter, right? Okay, so now also to check whether it is completed or not, we can display the add-on complete listener, new uncomplete listener. It is the same thing, right? And also we are going to add on failure listener, on failure listener. It is the same code we used in our like what you are saying inside our login page, but the method name is changed. So rather than using sign in with email and password, we just create user with email and password. Okay, so we will display same message that task is successful. Then we will display a toast message, that is user created successfully. And if the exception occur or it fails with the issue or anything, so then we will display the exception message. Okay, so now here is the thing, while creating user, the password should be password length should be greater than 6 character. Okay, so in that way user will get notified that your password length should be greater than 6. So we will test it works or not. Okay, but now you have let's run our app and let's see what it does first, then we will discuss. But as you can see, the login page by default it appears. So how you can change the to register page, or how we can navigate between two different pages, right? Okay, so to navigate between different pages, there is a thing called intent. Okay, just simply what we will do, we will do one thing, that is we will add one text view. We will add the text to be as like new user register here. Okay, text alignment will be center, text size will be 15 sp and margin 20p. Then id will be register, or we can say go to register. So this, when we click on the particular text view, we will just traverse to another activity. Okay, so we will also set the color so it will look something like extra. Okay, so also if we create something, we need to add it on our Java file. Okay, text view, and go to register, then go to register equal to find view by id r dot id dot go to register. Okay, so if you are using a simple text view to display a message like login, then we need not to assign the ID. But now we want that when we click on this particular text view, we want to go to register activity. So for that, we need to assign the ID for it, and we will access it over here. So basically what we will do before this login, okay, screen stop. I don't know why this same issue occurring. Okay, just share. Just a minute, guys. Okay, so let me know, guys, from where you got discontinued. Right, it will be 18 minutes now. I think registration, like from the creation of registration page. Okay, great. We will do it again. No issues. So yeah, it is visible now, right? My screen is okay, great. Okay, so how you will create anything new apart from your activity or apart from your so now suppose if you want to create new screen, just click on the wherever, just click on new, then go to activity, then select empty activity. So here it will prompt you to display the name. So currently I typed my register, so automatically here you can see the default layout name will be provided, and then simply click on finish. Okay, so after click on finishing, I have generated two different files, this and this. So okay, initially there is a blank screen. I have designed the same it as our login page. Okay, just what I did, I just did same code, copied I same code this, paste it over here, made some changes like rather than login, I had just created register. So email is same, password field is same, and rather than login button, I have created register button. Okay, and I have added it inside my Java file that is same like our login page. Okay, I did the same thing for both. Okay, like find view by ID, then for Firebase instance and all the stuff. Okay, so also on register button click, we are checking the fields are empty or not. If fields are empty, then we are prompting the message that please enter all fields. Okay, and else we are going to proceed with our user creation. Okay, the same code I did on the login page, it is same. Okay, but rather than sign in with email and password, I have just written create user with email and password, as we want to create this new user onto our database. Okay, so for that there is this method create user with email and password. uh, yeah, it's the only thing. The apart from this, it is same, you can check. Like user login, I just changed the message to be user created. Okay, so this is the difference. So for creating user, we need to use create user with email and password method, and for login we need to use sign in with email and password. Okay, So I have created the new screen register page. Okay, so inside this our phone you can see only login page. So how we can see or how we can go to the register page, right? So for that, what did I just simply created one text view over here at the end of my screen. So in the design you can see here I created I will just simply type new user, click here to register, click here to register. Okay, so it will help me when I click on the particular text view, it will be redirecting me to the new screen. Okay, so for that we need to assign the ID because we are going to perform on click on this particular component, right? So for login we did not assign the any ID. Why? Because we just displaying a simple text, it is not going to be changed. Okay, so that's why we are not going to assign the ID. But if we want to change the text or if we want to do the different functionality inside our Java file, then we need to assign the ID, right? Okay, so I have assigned the ID and just created the variable for it. Also created the reference for it, that is find view by ID. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do same like when we use the set on click listener for button, it is same like for any component you want uh, to use the set on or on click listener. Okay, so for that we will use our go to register dot set on click listener new view dot on click listener. Okay, so now how we can traverse. So what I want, when I click on this particular text view or text, that is new user, click here to register, I want to go to register page, right? Okay, so there is a thing called intent. Intent is the class, so it will ask you to add the dependency. So with the help of alt and enter, it will automatically add the dependency. So here is the variable equal to new intent. Okay, so now this intent requires two parameter. Okay, so current activity and onto activity. Okay, so basically from which activity do you want to leave and from what activity do you want to go. So basically from main activity dot this. So this is the current file, it represents this file. And from where we want to go, we want to go to register dot class. Okay, so it is the simple thing. Intent equal to new will assign the constructor for this variable, and it will says that from the main activity or login activity I want to go to register activity. So this will represent the current activity itself. Okay, so then intent sorry intent dot sorry start activity, and then we need to pass our intent. Okay, so start activity is the method used to start a new activity. So with the help of this reference or this intent, we are passing the new activity will be started. Okay, so we will test the code, it works or not first. Okay, our application is ready. Now you can see when I click on this text view, it goes to register page. Again, we will do when I click on this register page, we can go to register page itself. Okay, so with the help of these two lines, we can traverse between two activities. Okay, so you can also go to another application also with the help of intent, but there is a different thing or another thing. So it calls the explicit intent and it is the implicit intent. So basically just for now we will consider only this part, that if we want to go from one screen to another screen, we will use this kind of code. So what is this? Our class name, then variable name, then equal to new intent, our current class, and where we want to go, and then we will just call the method that is start activity and pass this intent or pass this variable. Okay, so with the help of this, it will go to register activity. Okay, so now suppose let's check it registers the users or not. Okay, so now inside Firebase you are going to see only abc@gmail.com. Let's check it adds the new user or not. Like, I will take my name. Okay, so when I click on register, it says user created successfully. Let's say it is added to our what you can say, authentication. As you can see here, the new user is added. So now let's check the cellular part works or not. Okay, now suppose if I going to add the same user again, so it should display the user already present, right? So when I click, the email already used by another account. Okay, so I will just change the name as one, and we will remove the password on the four character, like 1 2 3 4. So let's check. It says the password field should be at least 6 characters. Okay, so in that way you are going to validate your data with the help of Firebase authentication. So I think yeah, from last lesson or last webinar, you also covered our one question, that is how we can validate our data. Okay, so in that way, we are going to validate our data. So for custom validation, you need to write your own queries like this. Like for empty, we checked this. For apart from this, we will or you have to write your own code. Okay. So basically now, what we did that our data is our user is creating, and now let's check our new created user is able to log in or not. Okay, Ajinkya@gmail dot sorry com, then 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, password is wrong. 1 2 3 4 5 6. When I click on login, it says login success. If I type the password wrong, but it says password is invalid. Okay, so in that way, you're gonna check whether your whole requirement is satisfied or not. So this is the basic setup for Firebase initialization, Firebase authentication, and all the steps. Okay, so I think this is enough for today's session. So if you want me to continue, we can also continue with the database connection and database storage today also, or we can just do it in tomorrow's lesson. So let me know if you want me to continue or not, or if we can do it on tomorrow's session. Yeah, we will provide you to do tomorrow's recording. So it is possible to change the validation procedure, like there is only 6, length is greater than or equal to 6. But if we want to add numbers of small case, upper cases, number and special cases or special characters. Okay, so I already told you that for that we need to create our own query. Okay, so now what we can do, we can just simply create a string variable, string email equals to email sorry, email one dot get text dot to string. Okay, so when the button is clicked, we getting the string onto our email one variable. So we can just simply like email one dot like matches. Here you can pass the regular expression. Okay, so I don't have any idea about what is the regular expression you want. You can just simply go on to Google, like we will do it now, don't worry. Regex for email. Okay, so this is the let's try. Okay, you can provide condition. Okay, so basically what we did, we will check with the regular expression. Let's have it try. Go to login. Then I just simply type ABC. Then I will type password. And when I click on register, email is not valid as you can see. Okay, email address has been bold. So the second one is the Firebase error. Okay, we will just comment this for now. Our understanding, what we will do, we will comment this all. So to comment the multiple things, just select all and press control and slash. It will comment all the things. Register ABC. So email is not valid. And if I type email at the rate gmail.com, it will say email is proper. Okay, so with the help of this kind of proper, you can say regular expression, you can use. So now suppose if you want for it password, right? You asked for password. So we will check the regular expression. Okay, so as you can see, here is the regular expression for password verification or validation. And what is does represent digit must occur. Okay, represent lowercase, represent uppercase, represent character, then allow 8 to 20 represents the string. Okay, so here, so basically all our basic things are needed for this regular expression. Let's try. Okay, so for email, okay, currently I'm just removing from for email. We will just go for like what you can say password field. Okay, rather than here pass is the error. Let's check for your condition itself. Like now I just need to type anything inside email, and then for password I will, if I type 123, okay, so I will open for you and just click. Okay, so error is occurring by our first crash, right? X is greater than Y near index 48. I think there is a issue with the regular expression. So I think basically you got the idea for it, right? So it is the thing. Just go with proper regular expression. It should work. Currently, this is not basic part, but I showed you how you can use this. Okay. So apart from this, anything else? Let me check. Web linking of Firebase. Yes, I will tell again. How to create a database. Okay. Yes, sir. Understood. Okay. So I will tell again how we can create our database. Okay. So you need to go to your Google. Just type firebase.google.com. Let me know my screen is visible. No. Okay. So just go to Google. Just click on go to console. Okay. Then click on add project. Okay. So it says my limit. So after 3 projects, I will losing my limit because it is a free, right? So as you can see, I have created this kind of whole databases for my projects or test. Okay, just click on add project, enter your project name, then click on continue like ABC. Click on continue, disable this and create project. It will create your project and automatically open these dashboards. Okay, so make sure to disable the analytics part and click on create project after entering the name of project, and this part you should get. After that, you will see the different icons like iOS, Android. Here I am not seeing because it is already added, right? So basically you will see those all icons. So click on the Android icon. So like this you will see icon. Okay, click on Android. Then here you need to write the package name. So from where you get package name, just go to Android Studio, then go to build.gradle module, this file, second file. Here inside application ID, you will get this. Okay. So only copy this and type it here. Okay. So it says currently I am using this package. Okay. So after this, like I will just show you the demo. After adding the package, it will ask you to download this file, JSON file. So when you download your JSON file, you need to add it inside your Android Studio. So to add it inside your Android Studio, you need to go to your project directory. Just simply change Android to project. Okay, so this kind of structure will open and just simply drag and drop file inside this app folder. So for demo, currently where is my file? I will show you just a minute. So like this way, drag and drop it here inside this Android app directory. So after that, it will appear over here like you can see. Okay, so this is the basic setup for Android, initializing your project into database console. Okay, uh, and Firebase you can just go with them. So now this solved your query, or you want me to show the Firebase authentication also? Just let me know. Okay, I think there is no issue. Okay. So for now, I think this will be enough for today's lesson as we are running out of time to today. So basically what we're gonna do. So now you can see we have created login page, register page where we register our user, and from here we can log in. So now, but while registering the user, we are only getting email and password. We are not getting the data of the user like name, phone number, and etc. Okay, so for that we will do in tomorrow's lesson, we will create another text field for name and for number, and we will store this data inside Firebase database. Okay, so currently we used Firebase authentication. So tomorrow we will use real-time database, or you can say Firebase database. So there are two different Firebase store, Firestore database and real-time database. So we will use real-time as we are working on real-time, right? So that's why we will choose real-time database. So we will see in that tomorrow's lesson. Okay, so if you have any issue till now, you can ask, or else we can just end session. Let me know. Okay, great, no issues. So for wait for 5 minutes. I will share the code with you also. Okay. Okay. Push is done. Uh, same link will be there. So here is the link. So from here you will get today's code. Just give it a try. So now if you use this code, it will automatically connect with my database I created here. So if you want to create your new database, you can just follow the steps we did in a few minutes ago or a few hour ago, and then you are good to go. So if you use my code actually directly, so it will create users inside this my stuff. Okay, and if you try it on your own, then just make the changes we needed. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it for today's session. We will see you tomorrow, and tomorrow will be our last session. Okay, great. So I think for tomorrow's session there will be a 15 or 20 minutes late. I think we will start on 7:20 or 7:25 or 7:30. Let's take it 30 minutes. Like 7:30 we will start, and we will cover our database thing, and we will see how we can deploy our application to Play Store. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining today, and I think have a good night, all of you. Yeah. See you again on tomorrow. Bye bye.